Good morning to my triplets. How are you guys doing?
The triplets are great. How about our Fred Orbit, the pumpkin here?
Quadruplets.
We're pretty proud that we just created this in just a couple of minutes. Such a good boy.
It came out way better than I thought, and I think maybe it's a project I might even try.
Oh, that'd be a good one while you're watching the game.
Yeah.
You know, a stress reliever if things get a little tight.
Although I have a feeling like my youngest would want to like put some blood on it or something.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Make it something a little more Halloween.
A gory orbit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Melissa's fetching the food for us because, of course, we have out of this world food options for the World Series Game 1. Look at this thing here.
Pork belly. Wow. A pork belly sandwich. How about that?
I'm not big into the pork belly. That's the banh mi, right?
Yeah, no,
This is the banh mi, I think.
that's the banh mi?
Yeah.
This is not mac and cheese. Nope. What is it, Sally?
Mac and Chaz for Chaz
Like,
McCormick.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And it's got what? Some barbecue on top, it looks like?
Yeah.
Texas flavor?
Yeah, I think I might just go for a hot dog. That's a little frou-frou for me.
Yeah.
Traditional, huh?
What do you think they have up in Philly? Is it just like nothing but cheese steaks
Ooh, I
in their
think they probably
ballpark?
have Italian food, don't they?
Yeah,
Maybe.
so. You hear all the action back here? I mean, they are getting this feel ready. Doesn't it look good? I mean, it is already picture perfect. They've been working on it for several hours already.
Yeah. So batting practice, I believe, starts around 3 o'clock.
They call that BP.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you've got the.
we're gonna take
How you
BP.
learning all the lingo?
I don't know.
Did
I
you
watched
see
I watched a baseball game one time.
Oh, did you see Jim Crane? Did I hear you say that?
Yeah, so I was over. Okay, so I'm over there by the Crawford boxes, and I was our photographer Todd Smith was over there, and I asked him. I said, "There's a lot of people over here that are. There are a lot of suits. I'll put it that way. There are a lot of people in suits who looked kind of important." So something's happening here, you know. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I'm not supposed to be here, and then I see Jim Crane, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's the guy that owns the team, right?" And so what he was doing was, but for real, he was seemed to be addressing his staff. So they had probably 100 people strong over there, and he was just sort of giving them a pep talk and, doing that kind of thing. And I thought, okay, this is kind of cool that I'm like, I was almost in the background, you know what I mean? And I also, like one of the suits there, he looked like he was some kind of executive something or other. We had like the same thing on.
I mean, you could have gone in there and blended in, probably.
They would have never known the difference.
Yeah.
You could have just been one of them.
He could have totally thought I was like some intern or something. So anyway, so that was kind of cool. Hey, you know what? While I'm talking, I wanted to, if we could pull up Max 4, because, with all of the fun that we're having down here, unfortunately, the weather is getting, really going downhill off to our west. And so we actually do have some severe thunderstorms that are taking place about halfway between here and San Antonio. So if you've driven through that area, like as you get out like around Shiner, Texas, and Gonzales, Texas, there are some severe thunderstorms there, and it's coming our way in a line. And it's making pretty good progress in our direction. So by around lunchtime today, we're probably going to start to have some severe weather in our area. And, it's a little bit dicey now as to whether or not it's going to pass all the way through by game time. But, for the Astros Street Fest and for just people that are maybe getting off work early and, we're going to maybe go hit a patio or something and, watch all the pregame festivities there. Of course, on Fox 26 starting at 5 p.m. Just be aware. Lightning, high winds, that kind of thing. Even an isolated tornado not out of the question.
And that's tough timing, too. You're talking about the time kids are getting out of school,
Yes.
Parents are trying to pick them up. So what time do you think the skies will start to clear then?
Well, it might happen by around 4.
Okay.
It could happen as early as 4 or so. Some of the models, they were showing a second little line passing through, like around 7 or 8. So it might be one of those fake out sort of things. There's also high school football tonight. There's a lot going on that's real important. So the best advice I have is to head to the App Store, Fox 26 weather app. It will let you know if there are any alerts for your specific location. Or you can just take a look at it, whenever you want to. I mean, that's what I'm going to do through the day today. I think it's a good idea.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Well, again, our coverage starts at 5 o'clock. We got Justin Verlander, JV, 39 years old, on the mound tonight. He's looking for his first ever win in the world in a World Series game. He's never. He's 0 for 6, so he's trying to turn it around tonight. Yeah,
tonight's the night.
We're feeling it for him. Yeah, can't wait. So keep it right here. Fox 26 will be the place to go, including online where you're watching us right now. Let's send it back over to Nate.
Hey guys, before you go, can you do one favor for me? I'm actually kind of zoning in on that hot dog. Was that a hot dog? Can you show me that hot dog one more time? Just one more time. I want to see the hot dog.
It's actually not a hot dog. It's a pork belly, right, Melissa? It's like the banh mi.
Pork belly banh mi? That's your like extremely fancy hot dog.
Yes. And you're going to pay for it too. He didn't tell us the
Oh
exact
my
price
God,
of that, but he
dude.
said it's
What is
premium.
it?
He said it's premium pricing for concession items.
Well,
Look at that.
look,
What's
an
on it?
American
Yeah,
domestic
see, what's on
draft
it?
beer
Look at
is
that, man.
15 buckaroos. So yeah, so I imagine that's going to be you know,
Look at
more
that.
than your average cheeseburger.
What's on it though?
I can't tell.
Oh, I think it's Chipotle,
This is- it
right?
looks
They're
like-
asking
it
what's
looks
on
like-
it. Chipotle sauce?
They're gonna have that. They're gonna have it at the game tonight.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm about to try that out.
yeah. Good luck. I don't know how
That's
much
the
it
Ralph
costs,
Cooper
but I
special.
don't think it's cheap.
I heard the Trio Burgers might be in the building.
It might
tonight.
be. They might have put Ralph's name on it, which means that now it's going to be a whole lot more expensive because it's, Hall of Famers' names on it. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy the first game of the World Series, which is tonight. You mentioned the time of the coverage, and of course, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. All right, Chelsea Cakes. Chelsea Cakes back at the station. What are you doing, Chelsea Cakes?
I'm actually not at the station, Nate. I know it's hard to keep up with me because I move around all morning. I was at the station earlier when we were doing chocolate with Kate Weiser. Shout out to her because she's got a new shop opening here in Houston, and she's got some really good treats for the whole family. So we did that during the 8 o'clock. And then 9 o'clock, I came over here with Mexic Anita, who is like, I will call like the queen of Dia de los Muertos here in Houston. Like, she does these awesome head pieces. And so basically she merged her creativity with this, with her love for the Astros, because she's been a fan for decades, and came up with an awesome, I don't know if we have the pictures from earlier, but we did like an awesome headpiece. So she showed us how to make this guy right here.
This one right here.
So cute. I mean, absolutely love it. And it's not too hard.
It is not. It's
Yeah.
not at all. You just need basic supplies, literally.
So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that we have that up on our website for anybody who missed out and wants to go back and check it out. We wanted to make sure we did this ahead of Dia de los Muertos holiday, because even if you, you're not crafty, you don't want to do all this, you can holler at her to have one made and
Just
get it
send
to
me a
you.
message on my social media, and I can make one for you. It's super easy.
Yes, and you do all kinds of stuff. You do the
I
dresses
made my
as
dress.
well.
I also made other Astros clothes. I make Astros baseball cuffs.
I love these. These are awesome. Okay, so you can also tell us how you kind of do these.
I will tell you what you need to make them. You actually need a baseball. I get the licensed baseballs.
Okay.
And I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm not going to finish it, but I'll show you. You get yourself a seam ripper. If you have never used one, do not start now.
Okay.
Use scissors instead. Use scissors instead.
Okay.
But you start taking it apart. You start taking it apart. Be careful if you have never used one. You
Okay. You can
hurt
like
yourself. Yes.
get injured.
So anyways, this is how it goes. If you do the whole thing around, this is what you...
I have never opened a
They
baseball
peel
before.
off. They peel
Okay.
off completely, and then you clean it up. You take all the little threads that are all around it, and this is what you get. This is half of it. This is this half. Right
Okay,
here.
gosh,
It's the
I
half
see
you
it.
have
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So you're gonna need the half, a metal cuff, just for support, glue, and clamps. I also use this little felt squares because I don't want to have any indentions on the...
yeah,
But let me
smart.
do it real quick. And once you glue it, you let it sit there minimum of about 30 minutes. I would
Okay.
say if you can, an hour and a half, but at least 30 minutes if you're in a hurry.
Okay, so people have plenty of time to get themselves
Yes.
together
So you do
before
that.
tonight's game.
Go
with
get
their
yourself
cups.
a ball, any ball.
Okay.
And do that.
If they're not sold out everywhere,
Yes,
right?
because they do sell out. I always have a hard time finding them. So you put the felt and you clamp it.
Okay.
Make sure it's tight all around. and do the same thing to the other side. And then you're just gonna,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
And it'll sit there for about 30 minutes or so.
And it's so cute.
Yes.
So cute and easy. I love it.
This is what you end up with. This
Oh
is a dry
wow.
one already.
I mean, who'd
Yes.
have thought? You're so creative.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So this is like if
This
you want
is
to do
the lining.
Okay, got
because
it.
you don't want to have your skin touching the metal. I mean, you can, but you don't want to.
Okay, you don't have to rough it. You
no.
can put some felt
Yes.
lining in there.
Felt, silk, whatever it is you like. And this pattern, I cut it from before I glued that
Okay, gotcha.
that half baseball.
Okay.
So you get yourself a needle and some embossing embroidery thread. I'm sorry, and you start stitching.
You go through and
you
stitch.
you start your first stitch hiding it in between both the baseball and the lining, and you just go from there.
That is nice. Okay, I'm sure people are fully impressed, as I am, by all these things that
And
you
keep
come up
going,
with.
You keep going, and then stitching. The hole's already there, so just do that. You keep going, and that is what you end up with.
Nice. Oh my gosh, I love this so, much.
you're gonna
So
get
smart.
2 cuffs out of 1 baseball.
Ah. Okay.
That's the baseball right
Oh, look at that.
That's the
okay.
baseball right
Oh, very nice. So 1 for each arm. I'm with it. I'm with it. Next. So let's tell everybody where to find you in case they don't have, what do you call it? A crafty thumb?
I have a shop on Etsy. It's called Shop Mexicanita.
Okay.
And you also can find me on Instagram. The link to my shop is on Instagram.
I'm going to get your sign.
Thank you.
In case you guys need
Under
to find it.
Mexicanita, because I don't just do Astro stuff. I do a lot of cultural
Yes.
pieces, dresses, headbands, bracelets, bags. And that's why the name, because I'm Mexican and my name is Anita, so I'm merged.
You merge. You're
Yes.
very good at merging. We're finding
you.
out. And then also you do little pop-ups and things like that. So you got something happening this weekend?
I do. This weekend I have City Place Plaza in Spring. They're doing their Dia de los Muertos. And I also have Carbeck, Dia de los Muertos.
Okay.
Carbeck Brewery. We're going to be there from noon to 6, I believe, at Carbeck.
All right, guys. Now you know where to find her to get all Astros out ahead of the Dia de los Muertos holiday, ahead of Halloween, ahead of these games that we're going to sweep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to send it back to you, Nate.
All right, Chelsea, thanks a lot. That's pretty creative, don't you think?
That was very creative.
That's some good stuff right there, man.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Well, if you could just hold that up for us, appreciate that. Okay, so, all right, are you in your feelings? I mean, the Astros playing Phillies. Phillies your old team.
I'm not in my feelings.
You're not in your feelings?
I'm not in my feelings.
I'm just checking.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
So it's all about the Astros.
Yes, but I still love the Phillies. I still have love for the Phillies always. They treated me well. I came up with them, first class organization, gave me a chance to play pro ball and play in the big leagues with them, and still have ties to them. But this is my hometown.
That's right. That's right. Nimitz High School. That's right. This is his hometown. You said you picked during the live broadcast. You talked about the Astros and the Phillies, and you seem to feel, or you're feeling that the Astros are going to win this thing in
5 or 6.
5 or 6. I'm thinking 6.
I'm thinking
But you're
6,
thinking
but
5? I like 5.
it's the pitching. I'm telling you, that pitching to me, especially game 1 tonight, is very interesting to me because Nola versus Verlander, right? So the Phillies and the Astros squared off the last series of the season. The Phillies still have to win a game to make sure they clinch the playoffs. Nola pitched that game against the Astros. Pitched very well, unbelievable. But towards the 7th inning, Dusty took a lot of the starters out and replaced them. But all in all, Nola pitched lights out. I'm not lying. He was on his game. Even if the starters stay in, I still don't see them. I don't think they was going to get them. But the next night, Verlander pitches. Now, the Phillies clinched that night, so, you're going to have a little fun and excitement. But Verlander struck out 10 in 5 innings that I think, in that next game. So they both were on their game. And like I said, Dusty took that game serious. He was really locked in. I was talking to him before the game, and me and Howie Kendrick, who also works for the Phillies, we was actually talking to Dusty before the game, and he was really locked in and ready to go. And, we just former players that he wanted to holler at, and I could tell that he really was locked in and ready to go. And the Astros had clinched everything. It was nothing, they was going to play those 2 games and have a few days off because of the wild card, but he was really locked in on what was going on. And to me, those teams have seen each other. I mean, those pitchers have faced both lineups. Lineups have faced both pitchers. And that's tonight's game 1 starters. So we will see who makes the adjustment, who comes out on top. But I think Verlander really wants to cherish this moment, and that's because he hasn't had a win in the World Series. Now, Aaron Nola, he'll be making his first start in the World Series, but he's pitched pretty good in the playoffs. So he's a big game pitcher. I've seen him throughout the year, and in big games when they need him, he's really locked in, and he's a pitcher that really takes his craft seriously. I've watched him. I've been on the road with him and see even games that he's not pitching, he's out there working. He's out there keeping sure his body's in shape. But Verlander's the same way. He's 39 and he's still throwing 98 miles an hour. Like, that is very impressive. So I think, hey, game one is going to bring all the excitement. I can't wait. I will be in the ballpark tonight, and I'm just looking forward to it. I really am.
Well, they're getting the field ready right now. And I talked with Mr. Willie Berry, what was that, about 45 minutes ago?
Yeah, about 45.
I asked him about how long would it take. Willie Berry is a 40-plus year groundskeeper veteran, and this is all he does.
Yes.
I remember him from his days at the Astrodome. This is what he does, and he said it was going to take him about 3 or 4 hours. Get this field ready.
That's funny you say that, Nate, because now that I'm, doing a little broadcast work, and sometimes I'm here after the game out in center field, and I watch the grounds crew finish off the field. They're pretty much the last people to leave here. And they're the first people to get here also at the beginning of the game.
That's
and
right.
Willie, like you said, Willie has been doing this for years. He was here when I played. I always had a good relationship with him. I actually used to bring him some shoes sometimes. He works tirelessly, man. I mean, this man puts it all on the line. And I want to give a shout out to Willie myself, because Nate is right, man. He's been doing this for a long time. And sometimes the ground crew don't get noticed a lot, but they the ones that keep the field in shape, keep the field right, keep the field ready for the players to play. So I think they need a lot of credit on what they do, because it's a team effort that goes through everything. Sometimes with the ground crew, it's something that some players don't like. The ground crew go out there and fix it. They go out there and make the adjustment the next day, the next night, and make sure that that player is comfortable.
That's true. All right, man. Speaking of the crew, it's time for us to go.
Let's get it.
Astros in 5 or 6. Astros in 6. Game 1 tonight. You can watch it all on Fox. Don't turn your channel, all right?
Let's go.
That's right. Let's thank the crew. Daniela Cinderella, the very stylish Janae, Lisa Taylor, Shining Diamond, Busy, Rhoda, big personality, Shanette, Barbie Doll Barbie, Carolina, Lena Sanchez, Jessica the Great Berman, Rico the Suave Jones, producer Mark Coleman, Mr. Oatmeal, that's how we know him. The Lion, Grambling Grad, Kevin Collins. Mate, I hope your team gets a win this weekend, Kevin Collins, because Grambling right now, they are looking really, and I don't want to say what the last word is, all right? The chef, John Butler, also known as Mr. Meat, that name courtesy of Johnny Two Big Toes Rodriguez. We also have my man right here, Trong. He is our photographer for the morning. And Hockey Dan, Juan, kind of get a mic check, Miller, Big Daddy Bradley, Texas Tech Grandpa Mark Jenner, Alex What's Up Supco, Randy Pickle Juice Tilly, Old Miss Maggie, Chris Lambo Lamborghini, and also where's Busy? I called Busy's name out a little bit earlier. I sure did. John Gelato Chastain. Until, all right? Hey guys, we'll see you on Monday. We'll have everything you need in terms of scores, highlights, and anything else. We're live here at Minute Maid Park. You want to do it?
No, I don't, but I want to say that was very impressive.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to do, so you just said, do I want to do it?
I know. Okay. We're out of here. See you.
Peace!